Good afternoon. Hi, everybody. We are moments away from getting our yoga on. I'm just going to look for some music, and I've got 11% battery power. Let's see how it goes. What do you need today? Nothing. Just you, yourself, and you. Also, I think we are going to... I lost my train of thought because I was too busy focusing on getting the music organized. If you're there, come say hello. I always love knowing who's around, who wants to say hi. Okay, Spotify. Are you guys staying hydrated and cool and indoors? Hope so. Okay, we're almost ready. All right, what do we feel like listening to today? Yoga music? With words, without words? All right. Put on a good old faithful. Here we go. All right, so while I'm looking for the button, the play button, I want you to come to the front of your mat with your big toes together and your heels slightly apart. All right, we're in business. So you're just going to plant those feet right down into the floor firmly. And I want you to rock back and forth from your heels to the front part of your foot, just to get an idea of where you feel strong and balanced. All right? Hello, Daniela. Hi, Elena. Gonna bring your big toes together and your heels slightly apart, just so that your feet aren't going duck-footed or pigeon-toed. You want everything lined up nicely directly underneath your hips. Roll the shoulders back, and you're gonna tuck that tail under, nice and strong. We haven't even started doing anything, and it's already requiring a lot of effort and a lot of work. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And exhale, release your arms down by your side. And again, deep breath in. As you reach the arms up, careful that the ribs don't go with you. You want to keep sliding those ribs down and keeping the distance between the ribs and the hips the same. Exhale, hands are coming down. And again, inhale to reach. Exhale, arms are coming back down. We're going to go to the floor this time. Inhale, arms are up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flatten your back as you look forward. Exhale, step back into your plank and hold. Okay, you're just gonna hold that plank. Hi, Ina. Now, I want you to notice whether or not the tailbone is curling up towards the ceiling. I want you to turn that tailbone to face down. All right, so think about tucking the pelvis or tilting the pelvis until you really feel the core activation. Drop down onto your knees. We're going to come into some scapular push-ups. You're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, press it down into the floor, shoulder blades squeeze together, and then press the hands into the floor. Last two. Last one. Okay, curl those toes under, hips are up and back, downward facing dog. Hold here for a few more breaths. Press into the fingertips, press into your thumbs, your index fingers. On your next exhale, look forward. Inhale, feet come up, keep looking up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands are down by your side. And again, inhale, arms are up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, looking up, flat back. Exhale, step back, lower down slowly. Chaturanga, tricep push-up. Again, curl the tailbone under. Inhale, upward dog. And then exhale, downward dog. Hold. On the exhale, look forward. Inhale, step, hop, or jump the feet up. Keep looking up. And exhale, forward bend. Inhale, arms are up. Exhale, hands are coming right back down. All right, and again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Last one like this. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, step back and lower down. Nice and easy. Inhale, upward dog, belly button to spine. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe. Yes, of course we are breathing. Matching the length of your inhale to the length of your exhale. And on that next exhale, look up. Inhale, bring your feet forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come back up. Exhale, hands by your side. All right, sitting down into chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, step back, lower slowly for 4, 3, 2. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left heel turns in. Right foot steps up in between your hands. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to either side of that front foot. Step back into plank, lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right heel turns in. Left foot steps forward this time. Reach up, look up. Exhale, hands are down. Step back, slowly lower, chaturanga. Perfect. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. On the next exhale, look forward. Inhale, feet come forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Sink those hips down as low as you can. Your fingertips are still touching the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift the chest. You can use those abdominals to keep the ribs pulling in as you reach the arms up. And exhale, come to stand. Awesome. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, chair pose. See if you can touch the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back and down slowly. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Strong legs here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left heel turns in. Right foot steps forward. Arms reach up. Exhale, open to warrior two. Hold. Get that knee directly on top of your ankle. Try and sink the hips down so that we're working that front leg. Press into the outside edge of your left heel as you reach those arms out along the horizon. All right, so both shoulders facing the wall, so careful we're not still turning forward. Pull your left shoulder back. Looking down also, kneecap in line, second and third toe, working the inner thighs, the outer thighs, everything's screaming at you. On your next exhale, windmill the arms down, step back into plank, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right heel turns in, left foot steps forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms open out along the horizon. Keep sinking into that leg. Tuck. Squeeze everything. into the outside edge of the right heel this time. On the next exhale, hands are coming down, step back into plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. On the exhale, look up. Inhale, step, hop, or jump the feet forward. Sink down into that low squat. Arms are up. From here, on your exhale, let's get that left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Use your right hand to give you a hand. Pull the knees back so that they're in line. So you're going to pull that left hip back. Hands in prayer. So notice how my forearms are making a V shape. I want to bring my hands back towards my chest so that I've got that nice long line going from elbow to elbow, and they're stacked. Push into the outside of your knee. Get some spinal rotation here. Look up towards the ceiling if that's okay. If that hurts your neck, you're going to look straight down at the floor. All right, so keep swinging the hips around so that the knees are still in line. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, this time right elbow comes over to the outside of your left knee. Pull the hands back. Push into the outside of your knee as you look up towards the ceiling. It is always harder to breathe when we're in rotation. So make that your goal, as always. Can you sink the hips down a little bit lower? Are they up in the air? Or can you sink them down a little lower? On your next inhale, come back into chair pose, and exhale, stand. Give it a good shake, we deserve it. Your feet are coming hip width apart now. Okay? We're gonna take a deep breath in. As you reach down and grab onto your big toes. Even if it looks like this and your knees are bent that much, totally fine. Exhale, pull. So let's see if we can't get those shoulders to come away from the ears, right? So you're using your middle index finger to wrap around your big toe. You're closing with your thumb and you're pulling. So you've got a lot of work going on in the upper back. Your biceps are working, your elbows are coming out to the sides. Inhale, look up, nice long spine. Take the entire palm of the hand underneath the sole of your foot. All right, your toes are touching the wrist crease where your watch goes. You want to lean into the front part of your foot and really press the back of the hand down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Pretend you're trying to pull your hands out from underneath your feet. As you continue to lengthen your neck, pulling these shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, look forward. You can exhale to remove the hands and grab your waist. Very slowly, inhale, come out of it, and then exhale, step your feet together. Okay, take a big step back with your right foot. You're gonna turn your body to face the back of your mat. You're gonna have to listen to the sound of my voice on this one, I'm assuming. So your right toes are facing the back of your mat. Your left foot's turned in and your heels are in line. Gonna shoot that left hip way out to the left as you reach forward through the right arm. We're coming into triangle, I'm sure you guessed it. Pull the ribs in, right? So we're gonna take that arch out of the back by drawing it in the front. If your shoulder's bothering you, keep your left hand on your hip. Otherwise, extend up towards the ceiling. That left leg needs to stay perfectly straight, and the right knee can bend a little bit if it's too intense. If you can grab onto your big toe using your middle and index finger, go for it. Maybe you can place your hand down somewhere on top of your foot, maybe on the outside. The reason why I don't like putting my hands on the inside of my legs ever is you lose your alignment, right? So watch. I'm in line with that front leg, and now my body is falling forward towards the ground. So I like either outside or on top. And with all that talking, we must be done. Exhale, look down. Inhale, come all the way up, pivot on the heels. Now you're facing the front of your mat once again. Right hip shoots back. Reach forward through that left arm. Draw everything in like you're leaning up against a wall. And let's hold here in happy pose, Trikonasana, triangle. Nod your chin in towards your shoulder, or you're looking down at the floor. Perfect. On your exhale, lay down. Inhale, come all the way back up and step your feet together at the front of your space. Okay. Take a step back with your right foot once again. And we're going to come, well, whatever foot works for you, where you can still see what's going on. Nice wide-legged stance here. Press into the inner edges of your feet as you inhale, arms come up. Exhale, take the hands down to the floor, forward bend. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold forward once again. All right, can you start to walk your hands back so that your fingertips are in line with your toes? And the hands are shoulder width apart, so right underneath. If it's available to you, and you keep sliding it back, keeping the elbows above your wrists, you can bend to a 90-degree angle to help bring your body down. It's almost like you're pulling on your mat, or pushing, perhaps it's a pushing motion, and hold. On your next inhale, come back up. Keep your hands on the floor as you bend into one knee. Transfer the weight onto that leg. Hands come over to the side. And walk them over to the other side. Go back to your first side and stay there. All right, if that's enough, you're gonna hold. Otherwise, you can come into a surfer's lunge. There we go. Press into the inside of your knee. So we definitely did this one last week. Okay, if you need to take your hands down to the floor, go for it. Hopefully you can still see me. I'm going to try a hands-free version where I'm going to come back upright. I'm going to pivot towards that opposite foot and sink down into a lunge. So I feel the stretch on the inside of my left leg because I was bending into my right. Inhale, reach the arms up into a modified crescent and hold. If you want to come up off that back knee, go for it, no problems there. Just looking for that lengthening happening in the front of your hip. Bring your hands into prayer right in front of your chest or bring them to the floor. Gonna lift that knee up off the ground, make my way back into a surfer's lunge. So I'm on the same side as I was initially. Trying to avoid having the knee fall inwards and the outer edge of your foot come off the floor. Press into that knee, move it way out to the side. Let's transfer back into that lunge position. Right in front of your chest. Come up off that leg and you're back into your straddle. We're going to repeat the same pattern on the other side. So start in the forward fold. Walk the hands over to the opposite foot this time. Maybe you're staying right here, or maybe you're coming into a surfer's lunge, but now we're on the other leg. So now you know what to expect. We go from a surfer's lunge into a hip flexor stretch, back into a surfer's lunge, and then back into a hip flexor stretch. Crescent lunge. While you're here, don't forget to draw those abs in. Think about scooping in. All right, we're going for it. Up and over and into your lunge position. Arms coming up. Think about squeezing the butt cheek of that back leg to get a little bit more opening in here. Back into prayer, lift, and transition. Use your hands, walk around on the floor as much as you need. We go. Your arms, bring the hands down to either side of whatever foot that is that's in front. You're gonna walk yourself into a side straddle, and then you're gonna give me a little heel toe action and bring your feet back to hip width apart and hold. Grab onto your elbows, relax your neck. Just give it a rock or a sway. Release the hands down. Slowly make your way back up. Roll your shoulders out at the top. We're going to start to make our way down onto the floor. So I want you to come back up to the front of your space. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back into your plank. Lower all the way down onto your stomach this time. Here we go. Okay, you can put your arms or your hands wherever. I'm going to just stick them underneath my forehead. I'm going to relax your head, neck, and shoulders as much as possible. So from here, I want you to point your feet, point your toes. Strengthen your quads, engage your quads, get those calves working. And you're going to lift the right and the left knee up off the floor. Even if it's half an inch, you still win. Squeeze your body, get those knees up as high as you can while going for length. Hold it. Let's follow along with the upper body. So keep drawing the abdominals in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Shoulders back and down. So Some slight compression is okay, but if it's painful in the lower back, drop the upper body. Keep breathing, keep holding, and release. All right, make your way onto all fours. So usually when we come into a bird dog or an opposite arm, opposite leg reach, the arm reaches right out in front in line with your ear. So what I'd like to try today instead, left leg goes straight out the back, hips are square, but the right arm goes out to the right. Okay, so it looks like you're doing a reverse fly. So you're gonna inhale, reach that left leg and right arm out. Hold it. So with that right arm, without lifting the right shoulder up away from the floor, keep reaching the right arm up towards the ceiling until you feel work happening in the back of your right shoulder and your shoulder blade. Reaching for length with that left leg. Don't worry about height, go for length. So you can keep everything drawing in the front, the neck is straight. Release it back down. Let's do the other side. So again, without rotating the body, squeeze, use your muscles to lift. And release, swing the legs around in front. Almost there. Hold underneath your knees. Sit up nice and tall. You can keep your feet apart slightly, but maybe you want to try squeezing everything together to see how it goes. Try hands free or hold on. You're going to inhale and roll it back by tucking underneath as far as you can. And then exhale, come up about halfway. Inhale, roll it back. Exhale, come up halfway. Inhale, tuck under. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale to tuck under. Come all the way up. Arms free, or hands free rather. 1, 2, and hold. Inner thighs, let's squeeze them together, right? So squeeze something in between the legs. Any lower back pain, of course, keep the feet down, absolutely. If you want more, you're going for straight legs, we're holding for 5 breaths. 1. Open across the chest. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good. Come into a cross-legged position. Okay, so we're going to sit up super straight here. Interlace the fingers behind you if that's available. Otherwise, you can hold a towel like so, or maybe you just want to grab onto your forearms. So from here, you're going to just lean forward. If you notice your bum starts to lift up off the floor, that's as far as we're going to go for today. Round your back if you need. Then you're going to take those arms away from your tailbone. Inhale, come back up. We're just going to switch legs. Uncross, recross. Let's go again. Down onto our backs. So we're going to lie down here and draw the knees in. Let's give it a rock from side to side for now. I'm just going to rock and roll myself down here. There we go. Okay. Happy baby. Let's grab onto those big toes. See if you can bring your knees to 90 degrees and draw the knees down to either side of your torso. And again, maybe you want to rock from side to side here. Hold that left leg, take the right leg straight out along the floor, but continue holding your left. Draw the knee in. So your leg is still falling out to the side, but now we're going to bring it over to the right. And hold. Make your way back to center, reset the hips. Happy baby on the right, left leg goes straight. Press the back of your left knee down into the floor. Release. Bring the right leg across to the left. Come back to center with your feet flat on the floor. Take your feet very wide, just as wide as the mat. And we'll drop the knees from side to side like windshield wipers. Take a full body stretch. Reach out through your fingers, reach out through your toes, and let it go. So while you're holding on the floor, I want you to close your eyes and breathe into your belly. I want you to breathe in for a count of 5 and out for a count of 2. So you're going to take longer to breathe in and fill that torso with air, and exhale. Push the air out of your body as quickly as possible. And again, take your time breathing in. Notice the slight pause at the end of your exhalation before you start your inhalation. Take 2 more breaths, just like that. All right, hug underneath your knees. You're going to roll back and forth and roll yourself up to a seated position. Okay. Take your head over to one side for a neck stretch. And other side. Back to center, just bring your chin right down to your chest. And then roll your shoulders out as you look up. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Great job. Who's coming over to do a TRX workout? Anyone? Anyone? All right, have a lovely rest of your Thursday. Thank you so much for coming, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Namaste.